Hello guys and welcome to the LFC cast. This is a post-match discussion of a frustrating 2-2 draw against Sunderland away. A really frustrating game and should have done better, Greg.
Should have done better.
The LFC cast.
In association with LFConline.com.
Please like, share and subscribe.
So a really frustrating game overall. I felt that we could have won that 2-0 if it wasn't for our own mistakes in the penalty area. 2 penalties as well to concede. I just think we lost a lot of fluidity, didn't we, Greg?
Yeah, definitely. I think it was a messy game in both halves, the first half and the second half. We didn't seem to have any structure in the middle of the field,
No.
And I think, as we spoke about during the game, we just missed Henderson so much in this game.
Yeah, I think that Henderson is more important than... we all know how good Henderson is. Yeah. As our captain, he's doing a really good job. But I think he provides a lot of consistency and a lot of balance in the middle. He's the type of guy who gets the ball, composes himself, looks for that pass. And you would be, a lot of people would think Henderson doesn't do much. He just walks around passing the ball. But he does so much for the whole team.
He does, and we've said it in many videos, that sideways passing that he does, or just little passes. It doesn't have to be a killer pass.
Yeah.
Pick that out just to calm the game down when everyone's running around like headless chickens. Just calm that game down with one simple ball. Gerrard used to do it, Alonso used to do it, just those simple passes that just calms it all down.
Do you know when you said headless chickens then, Greg? I've decided to coin a new phrase called headless Morenos. Because that guy is ridiculous.
Okay, so rather than silly jokes, Dan, I'm going to go through some stats, some real important information about the game.
Yeah, I think that's fair, Greg. I'm just trying to mask a dismal performance, worst that we've ever had, really. Since Roy Hodgson.
Yeah.
I would have Roy Hodgson back.
I said stop the jokes, Dan.
I'm not joking!
Dan, just stop it. Brendan Rodgers! Okay, so we had 71% possession. That's unbelievable, that, isn't it?
That is unbelievable.
They had 29%, obviously, because if you do the maths, 71, 29 equals 100.
Yeah.
There you go. We had 21 shots to their 10 shots. We had 15 shots on target to their 5 shots. And I think a lot of that was Sturridge taking shots outside the box.
Yeah.
Which I thought was good because we weren't getting any other chances.
I think so.
Corners, 5 to their 2. We both had 10 fouls each. Unfortunately, we gave away a couple of penalties with those fouls.
That is true, and I just think if you look at them stats, Greg, we had the possession, we had the shots, we just didn't do enough with it. You know what I mean? And then again, we had 2 goals, and that should be enough to win games, unfortunately.
Yeah, and their keeper had a blind, didn't he? He pulled off some great saves, which in other games we could have scored maybe 1, 2, 3 more goals, but he just pulled off some really, really good saves.
I think the biggest talking points, Greg, are the 2 penalties, so we might as well go through them now. So the first penalty was Clavan, who kind of put his foot in. It was a penalty, wasn't it? Yeah,
they just sort of boxed him off, didn't he? And he couldn't get through. Yeah, I think it was a clear penalty, and it was silly really because Clavan could have just let him go. Yeah, because
the ball that he was making, it was going to another defender, so it was unfortunate, and to go back to 1-1 from that penalty, made things tough. The second penalty, we were 2-1 up. We'll talk about the goals later, but the second penalty was a handball by Mane. Enjoy the African nations, Mane. Worst player we've ever bought. Worst ever, Greg. I'm joking, of course. So what do you think, handball?
Yeah, it's definitely handball. He lifted his arm up, didn't he, as he went. He wasn't keeping it inside. So clear penalty again.
Do you think it was going on goal? Do you reckon he needed to do it or not?
No, not really. I don't think he had enough pace to cause any real trouble as well. I don't quite know why he did it, but as you were just joking then, he's a class player for us. He's done so much, so it's difficult to give him a lot of blame, for today.
It's difficult to judge him. I think overall, it was just 2 penalties, and it happens in a game, unfortunately. And on a positive spin, we can't win them all, you know what I mean? Yeah. And if we had a draw against Man City and won this one, we'd be like, that's a good few games we've had over the Christmas, we'll take that. So it's a good job we did beat Man City, because it kind of softens the blow a little bit.
Yeah, and we stay second, don't we? Even if Arsenal win, so we stay second.
Yeah, so we stay a point up. So let's go through some individual positions and see how they did, the Liverpool team today. So starting off with our goalkeeper Simon Mignolet, how do you think he did?
I thought he had a really, really good game. You know, he pulled off some really important saves, and obviously the penalties, you can't blame a keeper.
No.
The penalties, unless he gives the penalty away.
No, well, yeah, then you can blame him.
Yeah, but he had a great game, didn't he?
He did. I think he was solid in the game, Greg. I think, you know, he was quite commanding. He made some really good saves. There was one where Jermaine Defoe was through on goal, and he just got down and got his hand on it and stopped it from being 2-1.
Yeah, that was a great save, wasn't it? Yeah.
I thought he was really good. And sorry, spoiler alert, everybody. Spoiler alert. I think Mignolet was our man of the match.
Right.
So that might be debated later on because Greg seemed a little bit surprised by that. Moving on to our defence, we had Lovren, Klavan, Milner, and then Moreno, and then we also had Klein on the right. How do you think they did?
They did okay. Obviously, Klavan gave the penalty away. There's a few mistakes. You know, Milner got that yellow card in the first half, which
it was just frustrating, wasn't it? He seemed to just go in and like take him out.
Yeah,
and then boot the ball away.
Yeah, and boot the ball away as well, which was silly, especially with him. He's got the captain's arm badge on. You know, he's there. He should be the one setting an example. But
he should be. And do you reckon that's why he went off at half time, because he'd lost his head? He was too tired. He might have just lost his head, and we needed to change it up.
Possibly, yeah. I don't know, or unless he got a knock. But you know, Klopp may have been scared that he's going to get sent off if he puts another challenge in like that in the second half.
Yeah, exactly. It was a bit frustrating, you know, from Milner, because he was an important player to us, and you need to have him on the pitch for the whole 90 minutes because he can burst down the box, he can make crosses, and he's a good set piece taker as well. So then when Moreno came on and took all them free kicks and took all them corner kicks, it was just pointless. He was like kicking a balloon.
Yeah, I don't know why he was the one that took the corner kicks and the free kicks, and some of the free kicks, you know, he wasn't even getting it over the first man, or the very first free kick he took, he was only just into their box. So he should be playing it in between the keeper and the players.
Yeah, definitely. I found it really frustrating. I mean, Klavan had a chance from a corner and he literally had to jump up and try and just kind of put his head on it, because it was too high.
Too high, and it was just a floater, you know, corner, it's a floater. It needs some pace on that ball.
It's a floater! It's a bloody floater! Moving on to the middle three, we had Emre Can, Wijnaldum and Lallana. Lallana seemed the most dangerous out of them three. He was making a lot of runs and he had a good few chances at the end. He was a good player for us and he's always pretty dangerous. Wijnaldum, I hardly seen anything from him, to be honest with you.
Yeah, and a few loose passes, you know, he was just trying to pass the ball through and giving it straight to Sunderland players, you know. Yeah. He just didn't seem switched on like he's been in the last couple of games. And I was hoping after he scored that header in the last game, you know, build a lot of confidence, he'd come in and, you know, play really well from now on.
And he had a man of the match performance against Man City as well, off the ball. He didn't seem to do much in this game. He seemed to just be a bit quiet. Emre Can, again, I don't really know what he is. He's powerful, he's fast, he's skillful, he's good at tackling, he's potentially a great player for us, but he just seems a bit inconsistent for me. You know, with all his runs and all his turns and all the shots that he makes, a lot of them don't come off for us, and I just find him a bit frustrating at times.
Definitely, I think with Can, I think he needs to be in the team regular and playing all the time.
Yeah.
And when he's in and out of the team, I think he needs time on the pitch to get going.
Yeah.
And, you know, I think he finds that difficult.
I think he does find it difficult, and I think that might be why, because he's a bit part player, so he needs more consistency. But overall, out them three, I thought Lallana had the best game.
Definitely.
So, moving on to our final front three, which was Mane, Sturridge and Firmino. Let's talk about, for me, the most disappointing of the bunch, Firmino.
Yeah, he's been like that for a few games now, you know. Well, actually, saying that, when he got caught for his drink driving, yeah.
You drunk?
I'm a bit drunk now, yeah. On my cup of tea.
You know what, like a standard news reporter, right, or you know, like one of them shows you see on telly, Greg just said, me cup of tea, it's just water. It's just water, it's just an illusion. Oh, and when I drink a beer, it's apple juice, because we're professionals. So go on, what about Firmino then? How do you think he played?
Yeah, he's not been as good, has he, for the last few games. I think, you know, when he got caught drink driving that first game back, he had quite a good, first half anyway. Yeah. And I thought, it's not bothered him, he's been fine. Yeah. But then I think he might have just been drunk all over Christmas.
He was off course, he had a great game. He was just like, I think that Firmino he was just a bit of a ghost again, and I think that's happening a lot with Firmino on the left. I don't doubt his talent.
No.
I mean, I think that as a number 10 or as a striker, you get the best out of Firmino.
Yeah, we need Coutinho back, don't we, so we can move into that position again.
Yeah, into that
most dangerous for
into
us.
that striker position.
Yeah.
So what about Sturridge then, Greg? How do you think he did?
Yeah, I thought he had a good first half anyway, and he took a lot of shots from outside the box, which isn't always the best thing to do, but we weren't getting any other chances, and they were good shots. You know, he was losing his player and getting that shot in, and just the keeper making some good saves.
Really good saves, and his goal was good as well, wasn't it? A good looping header, it was a good reaction.
And his movement just before that was good as well to get in that position for the header.
Yeah, and we always say about Sturridge, I mean, we said it quite a lot, that in terms of finishing, his ability to finish when at 100% fitness, there's probably only Aguero and Costa on his level.
Yeah, if he's consistent and does that game in, game out, you know,
he's deadly
up there.
He's deadly up front, but the problem is he's a lightweight, and as you could see later in that second half, Craig, you know, I didn't even think the player made contact with his ankle, and he went down, and then he was like down for ages, and he got carried off the pitch at the end of the game.
I know, yeah, just there wasn't much in it, was the tackle?
No.
You know, any other player would have, you know, just got up and carried on, but. And it's difficult to say, isn't it? Because he might be injured, you know, but it didn't look like there was much in it. And then you think, is he sulking again because he didn't get the ball kicked out for him?
Yeah.
You know, some players just stay down for a bit. If the ball doesn't get kicked out, they get back up. Maybe they hobble around a bit, run it off. Yeah. But he sometimes just sulks.
He looked like he was sulking for a while, and he, like you said, he might be injured. He might be out for a few games. And do you know what? If he is injured and he is out for a few games, I think it's time, and this is harsh, but it's time to bin him off now, because honestly, we've had strikers in the past, right? Say Suarez. I'm not even on about ability here, I'm not even on about like how well he plays, but just in terms of physicality. So we had Suarez, right? He more or less played season after season without injury.
Yeah.
And he'd get kicked. He get kicked in his leg, his ankle stamped on his ankle.
More than any of the other players, really.
Roll around, roll around. But he'd be up again, running again, going for it. I just think either Sturridge is a coward, which, you know, I'm sure he isn't, but or he's too brittle.
Yeah.
And we can't have him as a valid option anymore. That's why I think Origi has been starting ahead of him.
Yeah.
Because he's just too frustrating.
Well, yeah, I completely agree, you know, but if he is injured now, obviously Mane's going. You know, we need Coutinho back. Yeah. Is Coutinho ready to come back? If not, we've got Origi, and then we've got nothing else, you know.
Yeah, that's
if he's injured, do we have to sign someone?
Maybe we might have to look at an option, like maybe even that, like Wilfried Zaha. Yeah. You know what I mean, from Crystal Palace as a loan option. Yeah, yeah. You know, because he's quite dangerous and he's quite a fast player. Maybe he can be a like-for-like replacement for Mane. We have got Origi as an option. If Coutinho comes back, happy days. Because all we need to do is put Coutinho on the left, put Firmino up front, and then have Origi on the right. You know, that can be done. But maybe you're right, maybe we do need an option.
Yeah, definitely. So, man of the match, Dan, you've already give yours.
Oh, wait there. I want to talk about Mane a little bit.
Okay,
we haven't mentioned Mane. Can we talk about Mane?
Yeah, feel free. Go on, tell us what you think.
I will. Mane, right? I hope you're watching this, Mane. You bloody hand. Don't bloody handball it. It's not rugby. That's what my advice would be to him. If I was Klopp, I'd say, Mane, it's not rugby, is it? You don't catch the ball. No, I think that Mane had an alright game. He's dangerous, he runs a lot, but I think the way Sunderland played, massively compact and defensive, it's hard for him to get into them lines and get into that space. So he was quiet, but he made a few good runs. I think it cost us a little bit with that handball, but again, it was a silly reaction and I don't want to blame him. Thanks for, I got that off my chest.
It's alright, Dan. Thanks for that. Thanks for that information. Come on. We'll get through this. Any other person you want to talk about?
Yes, actually. Defoe. Right, Defoe.
Scoring the penalties.
While I'm here, I want to talk about Mariah Carey's performance at the New Year's Eve celebrations in New York. What a bloody nightmare that was. Okay, so who was your man of the match, Gregory?
Okay, from a Liverpool point of view.
Because that's all we do.
The LFC cast.
Subscribe to the channel.
Don't forget to thumbs up.
Or both.
Yeah.
And also put in the comments below who your man of the match is.
Do all three. Subscribe, it's free. Yeah. Thumbs up, that's also free. Commenting is 10p a message. No, it's not. That's free as well.
Subscribe, it's free. Thumbs up, it's 4. And comment, it's 5.
I'm only saying all this so I'll get time to think of who my man of the match is. I'm going to agree with you, Dan. Mignolet, I'm going to give it to Mignolet.
Yeah.
Yes.
get in there. Yeah, Mignolet had a good game. He was the one who kept us in it, and he made a few vital saves in the first half, which, you know, Sunderland could have ran away with it if he didn't save them chances. And he had a lot of pressure, hasn't he, with Karius and Mignolet. They've always had a lot of pressure. Definitely. But you know what? At least he's trying, at least he's stood up and he wants to be counted. Yeah, definitely. I think, you know, he's come in, he's doing a fantastic job, even better than he was before, really, I think. And he had a great game. Take the penalties out of the game today, we would have won. Yeah. And put the 2 goals on and take away the 2 penalties, that we would have won 2-0. Wish I was doing that video, I tell you. Alright guys, thanks very much for watching. We have been the LFC cast. A bit of a higgledy-piggledy post-match, because there's not much you can talk about, is there, Greg, when you draw 2-2 and you're frustrated. But we are still second in the league. You know, Chelsea could, never know, lose tomorrow, and we've just gained a point on them. And that would be fantastic. I talk a lot with my hands. Alright guys, thanks very much for watching. Please subscribe, thumbs up, and comment below who your man of the match was. Peace out.